Good morning, friends. Today is day 14 of my special series, 35 Years in 35 Days. It's where we're taking a look back at the 35-year career in professional photography that I've enjoyed for so long. Today, I've got a special on retouching in a program called Adobe Photoshop. You might be familiar with it. So come along and let me show you what I do to make pictures look their best. Okay, well, here we are with the little retouching demonstration. You can see that I found my guinea pig. I'll tell you the reason I did this using my own image is because, look, first of all, I know that every single one of us has features on our face that we like to have retouched when we have a portrait done. And better to use myself as the guinea pig than one of my customers who might be offended by it. I don't think any of us really likes being seen this close. And what do I mean by that? Well, here's what I mean by that. Usually when I retouch, I come right in close like this, and that's pretty close. So what I'm going to show you, this is the before image, and then this is the after image, and I'm going to show you some of the details of what I've done to make it a portrait that I'm proud to put out there. Yeah, I'm getting older, but that's just the way it is. So this little device that you see here, it's called the cloning tool, and they call it, this one in particular, it's a patch. But what you're doing is you're cloning, like from an area over here that I've got a red spot, I can bring it over to some clearer skin and see it disappears just like that. So that's what I'm going to do with that red patch up there. And then I don't even know what this is, some kind of a dimple, or must have been one of the times when my twin brother whacked me in the head with something. And then I get that nice little mole that I got there from Dad. Now what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to bring it to new skin, but then I'm going to hit a command here where I'm going to reduce the opacity to 60%. And the reason I'm doing that is because then you can still see that there's something there. It's a feature of mine, so I'm going to leave it in and let it go. There's a few things here too as well. I don't like these vein spots that I get. I have no idea why you get them, other than old age, I guess, but like that. So I'm going to take them out. And then here, bags under the eyes is a common concern for people. So what I'm going to do with that, again, I don't want to take the bags out because they actually define the area with an eyeball. That's why it shows a bag, because there's a round ball in your eye socket. What I'm going to do though is circle it, and I'm going to bring it over to, well, somewhat better skin, but then I'm also going to reduce that opacity so that some of that comes through. Same thing with this eye over here. Just going to circle it and bring it around, and then I'm going to reduce the opacity there. There's got to be some bag under the eye or it's going to be completely unnatural. Looks like on the other one too, Vanity won out here, and I had taken away my smile lines there like that just to soften them a little. Actually, I'm going to go backwards because it looks like I might have just also reduced the opacity on that as well. You know, the whole idea of retouching isn't to make any of us look like we've been to the mortician. It's really to just kind of, I don't know, clean up a little bit some of the defects that you find most offensive. I want to look my age. I just don't want to look older than my age. This here is the cloning stamp, okay? And that, what you do with that is you pick an area over here and you click on it, and then when you come over here, you can diminish that. That's just a stray eyelash hair that I wanted to get out of there. I could come in a lot closer, like this, like up here. This guy up here, I mean, I just don't see any reason to have that stray hair there. I mean, some people say I'm balding. Me, I personally think this is showing promise. See, that's a whole village getting ready to sprout up. There's one other thing I can see here that I did as well, and I'll show you that too. This particular smile line here, jowl, whatever you want to call it, is really, really big. Too big for my liking. So what I do is just tone that down a little bit. It's still there, but it's not quite as bad. Then one last thing that I did, I've got this program that I did over here, a series of actions. And what I'll do here is click on that, and then with a smaller brush, I can, do you see the little sparkle in the eye? I'll show you how that works. See, look at that eye. See it go down and then it come up? Okay, just a little bit, just to give a little sparkle. Then I have to reduce that layer because it creates a new layer. I know I'm giving you tons of jargon, but you know, what have you. Anyway, then
I wanted to also bring this was a square crop that I had for Instagram, and I'm going to use that again. And what we're going to do is just bring the image down. Oh, I screwed that up. Okay, I'm going to cancel that, and I'm going to just bring the image down to about where it looks like right here. Okay, then I'm going to bring this up to right about there, I guess. I like that, and we'll go with that. Now, there's only one other thing left. You see how I've darkened my shirt and everything down? That's pretty easy, too. This is with a burn tool. Back in the day, we used to have make tools for the darkroom, which we'd use with an enlarger, where we could burn in an area. So I'm going to just darken this down, just like that. Now I'm getting on my face. Just darken that down. Darken it down a little more. A little more. Like that. And there you can see it's pretty close proximity. So what I'm going to do is go in this program, and then we'll just show you. There's the before, there's the after. Before and after. Subtle differences, but they make a huge difference. This, I feel a little embarrassed to present, on a still image like on Facebook or something, because you can see all the defects. Even though if you see me face to face, you'll see them all. But in the still image, people can watch those images, look at them more carefully. You get to just be with that image a lot longer than you do when you're talking to someone, which is in video. So I just like the after that much better. Just cleans it up a little bit, and that's why we do what we do. So thanks for joining me, and we'll talk soon.
Well, there you have it. A very quick look at how we go from straight out of the camera to the finished portrait. I hope you enjoyed that section. Tomorrow, I want to talk with you about the filters that we see ourselves through. So many people, when they come into the studio, tell me that they hate to be photographed. Many of them have never been photographed, or it's been a long time since they've been photographed. I think there's two reasons for that, and tomorrow we'll discuss both of them. So come back and join us. I hope to see you soon.